Hello, friends. This is Tony Dizant, Space Rocker of the Planet Earth, back with another video today with my anime friends. And today I'm going to talk about something that's probably going to benefit you in the long run. This video I'm going to call Do It Anyways. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about that in a little while if you stick around. But first, I'm going to give you the not so fake news. And I'm going to give it to you out of the top of my head because I don't have anything written. And this is like an improv kind of deal right now. But of course, we were talking about the tax bill yesterday. That's still going on. I believe it got passed through the House of Representatives, and they call it the House Republicans because those are like the ones that sometimes are reluctant to the stuff that the president want to do, even though they're Republicans. And don't ask me about that, but that's usually the way it happens. And of course, they call it the big, beautiful, big bill or something act, the big, beautiful bill. And what it is really like a whole bunch of money, like trillions of dollars, something like that. I'm not really sure. You could look it up if you want, but like a friend of mine said, the devil is in the details. So you go get the devil, or you get the details. I mean, you go get the details. Um, the big, beautiful bill act. Yes, and it has to do with taxes and all kind of stuff. But anyways, that's going on. Some not so great news about hate crimes happening, I believe, in Chicago and Washington, D.C., about the Jewish people and some victims. Don't exactly know the details about it. We're going to know about it a little more later on as the developing story keeps developing. Um, so that's some of the things that are happening. I got a I got a feeling that most people don't know about what's going to be called the Dome. The Golden Dome is basically a digital electronic dome that is gonna prevent missiles from coming in into the United States, including big time ballistic missiles from far away. And don't ask me exactly how it's going to work. You can look for the details, but I believe that this is something that Reagan wanted to do, and he called it SDI, um, Strategic Defense Initiative. And they try to see at that time if they would make it work. But apparently, they didn't have enough of the satellites in place and the systems that they needed for all to work. So at that time, it was kind of science fiction. But like the space rocker of the planet Earth always says, science fiction is only fiction until it's done. And apparently, this Golden Dome, which is going to be similar to the Iron Dome that they have in Israel, but even way more better, uh, is going to be a reality in the next 2 to 3 years, maybe. And that means that we have another deterrent uh, on war. if we can stop the missiles from coming in and hitting the ground here in the United States. And that would put us ahead of the game. And it's happening. It's not a science fiction story. And probably SpaceX is going to be involved, along with a lot of other companies, of course. But I had a video in the past that said whoever owns the sky owns the world, something like that. And apparently, we don't know about it, but they shooting satellites like every 3 and 4 days. Every single 3 and 4 days, they shooting satellites up in the sky, and we are full of satellites in this world. And that's what's needed for this dome, because it's gonna be like a science fiction Star Wars kind of deal, but you know, you beam over here, you beam over here, you beam over here, you beam over here, and then you shoot this guy down, and you can even stop the missiles from coming in from above the atmosphere, wherever they at. I don't. It doesn't matter how many miles away. So it's gonna be very interesting, and it's gonna be head by the Space Force, not the Air Force, not the Army, not the Navy, the Space Force. And getting into the nitty gritty right here, I'm gonna say do it anyways. Do it anyways. Why do I say do it anyways? It's because a lot of times you overthink a lot of things. As human beings, we tend to put stuff, procrastinate, just, well, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, and it actually never gets done. Procrastination is something that me myself had to deal with most of my life. And I can guarantee you it doesn't get you anywhere, because all the limitations, you are the one putting all the limitations on yourself. Because of doubt, because of fear, because of thinking of so and so and what they might say, what people might say, and what are they going to think about me, that I'm trying to do something different. What are my friends going to think? What's my family going to think? What are they going to say? That's a big one. And you have to go through all those obstacles in your mind, because they're only obstacles that you have in your mind. You're the only one putting those obstacles in your mind. Nobody else is. And actually, it's very hard to find somebody that will support you, especially if you have some creative, some out of the box, crazy ideas. And only the people that don't really care about who anybody else's think about them are the ones that do it in the early days. But most people, most of us, are very, very limited on what we can do because of the people that surround us, family, friends, etc. And we give a lot of importance to stuff that really doesn't have that much importance. And once we figure it out, sometimes it's a little too late. That's why I say if you have a burning desire to do something in your life and you're a young person, you have all the tools right now. You don't need anything. Just need a phone, need a connectivity, and there you are. You could be on top of the world if you know what you're doing. And even if you don't know what you're doing, you'll figure it out. Because what you have to do is just do it anyways. Do it anyways. Make a fool out of yourself. I'm telling you, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, if you fail, it's okay. You fail trying, and you know that that's not for you. At least you know something. And then you can go into something else and do it anyways. And keep on doing stuff, doing it anyways, no matter what. Figure out what your talents are. Figure out what your talents are. And then do that while you're making a living, of course, because you have to make a living. Make a living, do enough not to get fired, then go and do your thing. And do it anyways. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to care. But you're the one that's going to benefit from your own efforts. You're the one. So the lesson for today is do it anyways. Because nobody else is going to do it for you. Believe me. And if you're doing it for somebody else and you're not doing it for yourself, you will not get the results that you want. You'll just be making somebody else richer. And then you're going to have to do it all over again for somebody else. And keep on, you will stay in that rat race, the one that you want to get away from. I say, don't stay in the rat race. Stay in the rat race as long as you need to, but try to get out of the rat race, the matrix, whatever they want to call it. And do the stuff that you like doing and do it anyways. Because it's going to benefit only you. It's not going to benefit anybody else except your family, your close family, and the people that you care about, which is the ones that you want to help. And with this one, I want to say hi to everybody. I want to say hi to all the people around the world that follow my music and follow my videos. I know who you are, and I really appreciate it. I'm doing something different right now. I'm talking to this camera. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you right now because usually I'm doing my music, I'm planning my music videos, I'm planning my music recordings, and I'm taking a little bit of a break from that. I even play pool sometimes, and I seriously know that you like it because there's millions of you that have been looking at me playing pool with my friend, El Papi Chulo, and we do have a following. It's been over 80 million of you right now and going in the Space Rocker of the Planet Earth channel since I opened it up about 4 years ago. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. This is Tony Dizant, Space Rocker of the Planet Earth, still living in this beautiful planet called Earth. Today, with the message of do it anyways. Nobody gonna care.